What's up, guys? We're back here with Archeworld news and information for this last week. There's been some stuff going on. So, the token price has stabilized, looks like, to this 2 cent mark. We're not really going up, we're not going down. So, at least they finally stabilized this token where it's going to be 2 cents, it looks like. So, that's a good thing. Stabilization of the token is a very, very good thing. What they've done and how they got this to stabilize, it appears, is all these kind of events. So we have Blue Salt Brotherhood's treasure chest event going on right now. We'll dive into that. We also have the Lucky Cookie event that has been going on for several months. We also have other things that have happened. We have the ancestral skills that have popped up, but they are now disabled because of bugs and issues. So they need a little bit more time to fix that. Probably this week they'll have that fixed up. Some translation issues as well. But the treasure chest event and other events they've been doing for the last couple of weeks, it seems like, is they've been doing events where just like, hey, gamble money, gamble the BSLT away and give it to us. And the reason this is kind of helping the BSLT price is because it doesn't appear like they are actually selling or liquidating the BSLT that they're getting. We haven't seen any reports of Excel Games wallets kind of like selling tokens, and it doesn't look like that. So there might be a little bit, but from the reports that we're seeing, it looks like that they are just holding on to the tokens. And who knows, maybe they would get an announcement for more burning happening. I really would like to see them announce that, hey, all these events and everything that we're doing, we're going to burn these tokens. Like, that would be really cool. But this event here is different levels of Arc Life. We'll be able to purchase up to 60 chests per day. Arc Life 3 can, no, more than that. So Arc Life 3 users can purchase up to 60 units per day. So you'll be able to purchase based on your Arc Life. So Arc Life level 1 can purchase 10 of these chests. Arc Life level 2 can purchase the 10 and then 20 additional for a total of 30. Level 3 can purchase 60. Level 4 can purchase 100, and level 5 can purchase 150. And inside these chests, you have the potential to get the Tier 6 Awakening Scroll, the Brilliant Lumina Egg, and the Ancestral Token Rank 2. These are the highlighted feature items right here, all worth well over 1,000 BSLT. So, and then you have your standard, losing prizes. You got Sunlight Protection Stone, which isn't too bad. You got Starlight Protection Stone. You got Moonlight Protection Stone. These are all not that bad, right? And then now it gets into Magnificent Lucky Scrolls. These are used for Tier 7 weapons and armor to reroll the stats. So this is completely garbage because there's only a few players that actually need these. So these things are pretty much worthless. Then you have Illustrious Lucky Scrolls, which, great. It's used for Tier 6 weapons and armors, but they're pretty cheap to purchase off of the shop. And then now you even get worse. You got Conqueror's Lucky Scrolls right here. So then down below, now you're starting to get into really bad stuff. You got 10 gold pouches times 5, 10 gold pouches times 3, and then just 10 gold pouches. Then you also have XP potions, which I really dislike this because this is bringing negative value to these XP potions. Where XP potions were starting to increase up in value. We're starting to see them at 3, 4 BSLT, even as high as like 5 BSLT at some points. And with the ancestral skills requiring ancestral levels, meaning you need a lot of XP, this was actually encouraging gameplay for once. But they just dropped these things in this box, and now you can pick up a bunch of XP potions from these. And these are very common items. And then finally, you have Ancestral Token Rank 1, and then an Honor Token chest. So overall, a lot of bad items there. Only a couple things that are worth more. The chests themselves are 100 BSLT for 10 chests. So essentially, it means each chest, each box is 10 BSLT. So if you get a protection charm, that means you're winning, you're making money. If you get anything less than a protection charm, that means you're losing. So if you get gold, if you get XP potions, you're losing BSLT. If you get protection charms or bigger, you're winning BSLT. And of course, the big jackpot is the Tier 6 Scroll, which is worth probably around 3,000 to 4,000 BSLT. You also got the eggs, which are worth around 2,000 BSLT. And the Ancestral Token Rank 2 is worth around 1,000 BSLT. So you have potentials to hit some big jackpots, but we again don't know the rates on these things. So on top of that, there still is an ongoing event, the Goddess Awakening Scroll Chest. This is just free Tier 5 scrolls and potentially a chance at a tier 6 scroll for logging in and having arc life. So a lot of these events, they're doing events, they're actually making the game, to me, feel more like a game and having fun activities that are ongoing. This is a great sign, in my opinion, of the improvement of the Archeworld service. They're actually treating it, again, as a game, as a service. They're providing content updates and new things. Even though they may be minor and small, these things are coming, and it's showing that they are working on the game. The ancestral levels right here, as you can see, some mistranslated, not translated in English. This is a bug. For some reason, they don't know why things got mixed up. But you got 4 different skill trees having ancestral levels. Archemancy, archery, vitalism, and... No, actually. You've got the 4 main crafts. Sorry. It's sorcery, battle rage, archery, and then, what is the other one? Is it Ormancy? No. It's Vitalism. So, sorcery, Vitalism, archery, and battle rage have ancestral skills available. And you need to be ancestral levels to use these. These are currently locked right now as there was some issues, but it's a nice feature showing you the future. And then there's 8 other skill trees that will be getting ancestral skills in the future. So all the other skill trees will be getting these ancestral skills. There's also new skills trees coming in the future as well. So this is a cool thing showing you like, hey, yeah, we're working on it. We're bringing more stuff. The melee skills were actually very powerful right now. So they're tweaking this down, it looks like. We'll have to see. There was reports that people were really disappointed with the sorcery skills. But in my opinion, that's perfectly fine, as sorcery was a little bit overpowered right now from my point of view. So if everything else got a little bit stronger and sorcery got, so-so, small little buff or change, then, that's fine because sorcery was just too strong. One of the perks of this is that you could either choose a modification of the skill to do more damage or have bigger cooldown, lower cooldown, attack AoE instead of single, things like that, right? Or on the left, this skill is supposed to be non-invalid, right? So that means if you're fighting someone who's got like 80 combat level and you only got 60, you could actually select on this skill over here and you'd still be able to hit them. But what people are starting to find out and realize is it doesn't matter. If they have 80 combat level, they have 80 combat level for a reason. That means their gear is all tier 6, maybe some up to tier 7, and they have a lot more base stats, which do still matter. So even if you are fighting someone and they're super high combat level, but now you have these invalid skills that will work on them, you're still not going to kill them. Like, their stats, the HP they have, the defense they have, the evasion they have, it's all going to be too great to overcome. And sure, there are some odd rarity chances that maybe in a raid versus raid situation, you can overcome them and beat them if you have, a lot of people. But in 1v1 situations, it's still not going to matter. And that's what most people talk about when they talk about class balance. They talk about the arenas, they talk about 1v1, because really the game is broken down to kind of a solo player game, right? Most people just simply do arenas. They do very small scale PvP activities like the island and the ghost ship. And there really isn't any raid versus raid, 50 versus 50 content anymore going on. I think they are trying to fix this slowly. But in order to have 50 versus 50 content, you need a lot of people to come online. So even if though they are trying to fix and make raids more valuable, you still have to get those people to come back and play the game. Which this relies, I think, on players be like, hey, tell your friends, get them to come in, join the game, and try this out. And more people will try it once these items in the raids are worth a lot more. So they have adjusted crafting recipes as well. And again, the ancestral skills do need high-level ancestral ability to get there, right? So some skills need up to like level 31 or so, I think it was, for ancestral levels to unlock that skill, or maybe even 36. So they need some very high ancestral levels. In order to level up, you need to use ancestral tokens. And ancestral token 1 is not that expensive anymore, right? When you look at it, it costs 5 blue Shadowgun crystals, and then also 500 of the faint rift stones, and then 50,000 archeum, 1,000 labor, and as you're leveling up, you're going to need more and more of these tokens. Once you get to Ancestral rank 20, you're going to now need this new token to get to 21. Ancestral rank token number 2. This one is very expensive now. It costs 4 purple shotgun crystals, and which those have actually gone down. So those have gone down to about 200 BSLT right now. And now you need these bright rift stones. So you might be thinking like, oh, those look very familiar. We used to get those all the time from the rifts. Well, they modified and changed things, and we're not sure if you actually get them from the rifts anymore. And if you do, this is a great thing to pick up, because in order to craft this bright rift stone, you have to craft it now. Like, you don't just have it. They're not the ones that you have in your bag. The ones that you have in your bag that look like this have been discontinued and are not used for this. You actually need a lot of purple Archeum core shards, and then you need rift stones, the blue ones. And then you craft them up with red Archeum and labor. And so this is a very, very interesting cycle. They are trying to push more value back into ancestral monsters, because you get those purple shards from rifts and also from the ancestral monsters around the world in those Hearthstone bags. And then, of course, you still need Archeum cores. And once again, the cores too have been changed to need a lot more of the core shards. So they're making core shards more valuable, or attempting to make core shards more valuable. And we're starting to see that also apply with the yellow shards as well. If we type in yellow here on the North America server, we can see the yellow shards core, the yellow core shards are at 4 BSLT is the cheapest price right now. There's not many up for sale either, and there's no actual full yellow core anymore for sale. These things hasn't been like selling like crazy. People haven't bought any at 4 BSLT for the last couple days. A couple days prior, there were some that sold at up to 5.5, all the way as low as 2.3. But as more people kind of understand and realize the system and need to upgrade and use these materials to upgrade their ancestral levels and their equipment, these things might actually start becoming more and more valuable as people are not really doing the rifts. And once it becomes so valuable, people might start actually doing the rifts again. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how this plays out. But it looks like it is shaking out to be more valuable, because even the purple ones, we look at the purple shards, these things used to be very, very cheap, and now they're creeping upwards. And this, you're seeing a lot more people actually buy these things. So you see the chart here, very easy to see on the chart, skyrocketing up because the supply is dying down. People are not farming ancestrals anymore, and you need these now to upgrade your ancestral levels. So the yellow ones are still kind of on the frisk, where like it's not really needed, but some people might need it for a few things, very, very, very sporadic things. Whereas these purple ones, people are starting to like, hey, I need to get ancestral rank tokens level 2, and I need these things. I need these purple core shards. So it's very interesting to see. We'll see if this skyrockets, and if that happens, if people then start going back and farming Hearthstone pouches again, or if they start doing rifts, because you can also get the purple core shards out of rifts as well. So overall, there's not many for sale, too. You take a look here, only a couple. Very, very few supply of purple items for sale. But anyway, that is the update here for the game of Archeworld. We have our weekly maintenance again on Wednesday. We should get a new Arc Pass this week as well. They also did actually change the stars again. So now the star, in order to do the Blue Salt stars, you need to have 17,000 gear score. So they went up 1,000. They've told you guys this is going to happen every beginning of the month. So will this end up taking away all the stars eventually? I sure hope so, honestly. I think this needs to go away. But from the looks of it, if they wanted to take all these stars away, they said they're going to end this in May, they would have taken more of them away now. So I think they're going to end up around like 20,000 gear score, maybe 19,000 gear score, and keep it at there for a while. But yeah, just constant improvement, changes in the game means that the game is alive. The game is not going anywhere. They're still working on the game. They're still actively developing the game. That one intern is still working hard on Archeworld. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you later.